Hi ladies, me again. Who'd have thought I'd be doing another vlog so soon? Anyway, just had a few things that I wanted to discuss with you ladies. I wanted you guys to have a look at my chart as well because there's some strange things happening there this month. I think I mentioned last time that I was 10 DPO and I tested and it was a negative pregnancy test. I'm now 12 DPO. My temperature started to drop yesterday morning, which put me in a bad mood for the rest of the day because I was like, that's it, it's definitely coming. I'm going to have my period on my birthday and why me, you know how we get. I think we all experience those moments. But then this morning my temperature went back up again and I don't know what's going on there. And I'm feeling all the symptoms of AF. I'm feeling cramping and, my stomach just doesn't feel right. I've got the back pain. In the last year or so, I've also started experiencing like a weakness in either leg when my period's about to start. Something that my mother mentioned many years ago that she also used to experience, but I've only just started getting that. So all the signs are there. The one sign that isn't there though is, I remember years ago when I did do a pregnancy test at one of the doctors, first thing he said when he looked at the urine was, it looks like there is blood in it, so I don't think you are pregnant, period's coming. So I now know what that looks like. So sorry if that's TMI, but basically your urine just looks a bit brownish, reddish, and you know that there's blood in that urine and your period's about to start. And it's not like that. So I don't know why I'm experiencing all the symptoms, but there's no blood in the urine, temperature's gone up. I don't get it. Anyway, I did do a first response pregnancy test. As I said, I'm 12 DPO and that's negative as well. So I don't think I'm pregnant. I think it's more likely just going to be one of those months where my period ends up lasting 30 plus days and it'll come when it decides to come. I'm kind of not phased. I do want the cycle to end just so that we can get into the next cycle. Even though I'm not temping, I'm not doing any of that. We're just going to just enjoy the month. But at the same time, I kind of wouldn't mind it holding out for a few more days so I can at least enjoy the weekend. So we'll see. But I'll show you my chart and just see what you think. I'm sorry, I'm not too much of a media whiz. I'd love to be able to make some of the movies or the vlogs like Brandy does and some of the other ladies that have captions and everything. I just don't know how to do it. So I've taken a print out of this instead. As you can see, it's in degrees Celsius, so I won't bother translating the temperatures. But as you can see, it dropped yesterday morning and then went back up again this morning. So not sure what's going on there, but we'll have a look again tomorrow morning. The other thing I wanted to just discuss with you ladies as well, I'll let you know a bit about myself firstly anyway, because we always seem to do is talk about our TTCing. So I'll give you a bit of a background about myself. I have struggled with my weight since I was about 10, 11 years old. I was put on diets from a young age to lose weight, and I really wasn't all that big. I was just a chubby kid. I obviously did have the PCOS from back then because that's all I can think of. I went from being a skinny kid to being a chubby kid. So, and really nothing, I can't recall anything changing diet-wise. I recall it changing afterwards because everyone made me aware of how overweight I was. So all of a sudden you just, I don't know, I can remember being more into food afterwards and just, But yeah, before that I can't remember. But I think I would have had PCOS from then, but I didn't get diagnosed with the PCOS till I hit around 18, 19, where after having maintained a certain weight through my teens, at around the age of 16, I was actually quite a healthy weight. I just ballooned up to 20 kilos, so 44 odd pounds, within a year. And that's where they did all the tests and they found everything and they diagnosed the PCOS because there was the cysts, there was androgen levels were high, facial hair, great stuff. So anyway, so that's where they diagnosed the PCOS. So obviously the PCOS has a big influence on our weight for those of us that have it. The other thing though, I've got to stop saying The other thing though is of course, where was I going? Oh yes. Now one thing that I did want to mention is something that you don't know about me is that I am a certified personal trainer. Certificate 4 certified. I don't know how the certificates work or the qualifications work in other countries, but Cert 4 certified here in Australia. Next step up from that is doing a diploma. I've also researched and studied a lot about nutrition over the years. I love nutrition. That's my ultimate passion. Nutrition and cooking. I just love, I love cooking. I love being creative with that as well. But they're my two passions. The training part, it was just easy to do the training course and get sort of work when I was working in the industry doing the training side of it than it is to go and study for years doing the nutrition side of it. But I've done a lot of my own personal study and research on nutrition because I just love it. So anyway, so that's something about me. It's not something that I usually freely admit. I have told, I think, one or two of you ladies, private message, just sending a private message. But it's not something that I usually freely admit because of how I look right now. It's just, I guess I'm embarrassed to sort of say, here I am sitting here at this weight and I'm a personal trainer. It's not, I have actually put on more weight over the last couple of years. I wasn't as heavy as I am now, and I want to try and, I've got a picture somewhere that I can show you guys as well at another video. But I wasn't as heavy back a couple of years ago as I was now when I was a trainer. I actually looked really good. I wasn't skinny. I don't think I'll ever be skinny. I do actually have a lot of muscle on my frame as well, but I also wasn't big, and I feel I looked great. Anyway, over the last couple of years, the weight's come back on again due to a few things, change in lifestyle. We live with my parents for over a year. I come from a European family. My mother's goal in life is to feed you. God bless her. But so, we lived at my mum's for a year while our house was building, and we did nothing but eat fresh homemade foods. All the foods that I stayed away from when I was living on my own. And that was all the fresh homemade pastas and breads and God knows what else, desserts. So it was definitely a lifestyle change. Also because our gym was packed away in storage and I didn't want to pay for a gym membership, which I should have. We both, my husband and I, he's put on weight as well, not as bad as myself, but we didn't really exercise either. So we went from being a couple that exercised every day. I was also working in the fitness industry, so I was on my feet and practically training all day myself. I went from that to and healthy eating to living at my mother's, eating all the wrong type of foods for women with polycystic ovaries, to not exercising, and then going back to my job in the insurance industry where I was sitting on my butt all day on a computer doing nothing. So I wonder how I put the weight back on. Polycystic ovaries is one part of it, but it is lifestyle for the rest of it. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing all of this up is I'm considering in the new year, not so much now because it's end of year, there's so many holidays and everything going on and parties and stuff, but in the new year, maybe putting together some kind of not necessarily a weight loss vlog. I'm not big on this whole losing a certain amount of weight per week and measurements and all of this crap. Sorry, I'm not big on any of that. I just want it to be a lifestyle change. I need to get back to, I've got a fully set up gym here. I've got 3 rooms. I've got a double garage that's a full set up gym that I've sort of showed you what that looks like, and I'll take a better video of it one of these days as well. I've got a back room which will eventually be the nursery that's now set up as a yoga room, and it's got all the yoga mats, fit balls and everything in there for stretching and for relaxation. And then in my rumpus room where I've got the billiard table and everything, I've also managed to put my treadmill in there now so that it's indoors and I don't have to go into the garage on a cold morning or on a hot morning. So I've got plenty of stuff that I can use. Lots of knowledge, as I said. I am certified. I've also researched it. Knowledge is not the problem. My problem is my motivation. I think my problem is deep down somewhere, whatever I'm using food for. I do believe that we all have our hang-ups over things. Some people take drugs, some people drink alcohol, some people eat. And my addiction is food, even though I'm not a binge eater, though. I'm not a bad eater and I'm not a binge eater. This week has been a little bit strange. As I said, I'm not normally a binge eater, but this week, whether it's just PMS, whether it's just a bit of, being down because I know I'm not pregnant and because I'm getting older and whatever, I've taken to binge eating this week. I've eaten chips, I've eaten chocolates. I don't know. It's very strange. It's not normally me. But anyway, so what I was thinking of was doing something maybe on a weekly basis, a bit of an update, just to, just get some support from you ladies as well, because I think you have been great. You guys have been really great in providing the support just within this whole TTCing. I was considering doing a separate channel for it, and then I thought I don't really want to. I do love our community. I love all you ladies, and I don't want anyone else. I'm happy to have more subscribers here, but I want people that are here for this reason as well. I don't want to just have a weight loss channel and just have anyone subscribing, have thousands of subscribers just watching for the sake of watching. So yeah, just thought I'd ask, see what you guys thought of it. Another thing I considered doing as well, maybe in the new year, is putting together some recipes and stuff, because I do love to cook, and then I can show you all my beautiful kitchen if I can ever work out how to use the camera and then download everything onto this computer. I'll have to get hubby to show me all that stuff. But yeah, so that's another thing I thought of doing, is maybe doing some recipes and stuff, even some healthy recipes, maybe sometimes some not so healthy recipes. as I said, I want to change my lifestyle. I've got cousins who are so obsessive about their weight and whether they gain weight or lose weight or what have you, that they've got small children who don't eat because they're too scared to put on weight. They don't want to be fat. Now, these cousins of mine are not even fat. I mean, they're probably half my size and think they've got a weight issue. And then they've got their children who don't want to eat because their kids don't want to be fat. These kids are young and they know the difference between being fat and skinny. And I just think that's awful. I don't want my kids to grow up in that kind of an environment. I want them to grow up in a healthy environment. I don't want weight to ever be an issue. I want them to just exercise because it's something we do as a family. I want us to eat healthy because it's something we do as a family. So it's really important for me to get this crap sorted out now before we start our family, before any babies come along. So, yes, as I said, for me it's not knowledge. It is more whatever's going on up here, spiritually, whatever. That's the issue. And speaking of which, hope I don't run out of time, but I've also just gotten this book just the other day. It's called A Course in Weight Loss, and it's by Marianne Williamson. I think one of Oprah's friends. She was on Oprah. It's just been released, but it's 21 spiritual lessons to surrendering to your weight forever. So hoping that'll help the spiritual side of it. I'm not a very religious person, but I do believe I am a spiritual person, I believe. So anyway, so that's what I'll be reading that for, and I'll give you all a book review. I better end this vlog now because I don't know if it's not going to upload. It might just be too long. But hi to everyone, baby dust to everyone, praying for everyone's BFPs. We do need to see some really soon. Yeah, so have a great weekend, everybody, because it's Friday over here, and obviously it will be over there soon too. So wishing everyone a great weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye.